Welcome.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Anthony Thomas, and tonight I'll be giving you an informative brief about public school education and private school education. First off, we'll be going over funding. We'll be going over the gaps in funding, as well as how the lack of funding and abundance of funding can affect education, and the location of funding for both school systems. Basically, where it comes from. First off, the gaps in funding. There's a huge gap in funding because for public schools, the funding comes from taxpayers, which is apparent based on the zip code. So basically where you're located can affect how much money is funded to your school. Compared to private schools where it's all based off of donations and the tuition cost, which can range between $5 and $25K per MNBCnews.com. Some of the big perks of a private school are the class sizes. Class sizes range around usually 19 students. When you consider with only 19 students, it's easier for a teacher to connect and build that one-on-one relationship. And then the abundance of funding that we talked about earlier allows them for different advances in technology. You get the iPads, and MacBooks, and all of the more modern technology compared to the old Windows and older things that we find in public school education. And it also gives you an opportunity with the private schools to not have to work towards the core curriculum. You're able to advance towards art and other specific terms instead of being funded around one thing that the state funds. Some of the faults in a private school are teacher experience. Personally, I found that being able to connect with a teacher is one of the most important parts of being in public school. You're able to sit there and build that one-on-one relationship. And when you find a teacher that lacks that experience and is not able to connect with their students on a private level, it really hurts them in being able to blossom and become a good student. And then the cost of private school. Private schools range from $5 to $25K. Most middle class to lower middle class families just can't suffice. And then religion. I think religion is a huge thing which affects most Americans. And with religion being one of the biggest factors in a private school, it can eliminate that even being an opportunity for Muslims and trying to attend like a Catholic school and vice versa. Some of the perks of public schools are the core curriculum. So you're able to move around and continuously be able to adapt to wherever location you're set. Let's say if you're a military family and you're moving around constantly, you know that you'll still be on track with whatever's going on throughout the United States. And then you're exposed to different social experiences. Being able to see what it's like for normal, everyday, lower middle class people and being able to experience what it'll be like in a workforce to not be around everybody that has all the great opportunities that you're afforded. It allows you to be able to grow as a person. And teacher education, one of the most important things is teacher education. With teacher education and having teachers that have been teaching this for years and have been able to answer the hard questions that have been passed to them for generations, it allows you to be in a more comfortable position. Lastly, this is my works cited. Any questions?
Yes, I had a question on public schools, and would you recommend for a lower class family to send their kids to a public school rather than a private school, and why?
They both have their differences. It depends if your child is trying to attend for, like, let's say, an art class, or is trying to have something specific and has a specific talent that you're trying to work towards. Then I would lean more towards the private schools. There are grants that some of them afford. It just depends. You have to go into your own specific research or whatever. Anything else? No.
No.
That concludes my briefing.